with the Cleveland Browns. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hurry,
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Mayfield to throw it this time. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set, cut. Pittsburgh, 53. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking win time.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Browns' 40-yard line.
Good. 180. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this one's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, high 7. Hurry.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Regular.
Mayfield now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. A very solid gain of 27.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mayfield with it once more. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Check 53. Watch the pass. Hurry. Check 53. Come on. Check.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 45. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
180. 53. Mike. Blue down. Hey, alert 3, alert. Point it right.
2nd down, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming.
Hey, alert 33. 3 bucks. Hey, let's go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Caught left side is Beckham. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Hurry! Go!
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
From the 17, Mayfield. Incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. From 17 yards out. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
We play to win. Let's go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Check, 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 check.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Extra point up and through. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here trying to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Hey, it's all right. Nice 57, 57's mine. Watch the backer, watch the backer. 57.
Here's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. Forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Jannard Avery. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now Mayfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Number 53, Mike 53. It's a party. It's a party now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 13 lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
At the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And again, it's Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down, Browns.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Flushed out right. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more play.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Let's go.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. 53's the money. 53, check 53. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Slam, slam, slam. I got you.
They begin this drive with Chubb. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
He's still fighting forward, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 6 guys. Check 6. Hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hey, Haywood.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock. really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You can't block me.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, screen play, Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Check three, check three, check three.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play. This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Let's go, let's go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Joseph now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Protect. 20. 58. Come on. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Back to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Well, I'm no coach, but there's just not time right now for throws that short.
Yeah, sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. As Coach Madden liked to say, sometimes you have to take what you want.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Terrence Mitchell right there on the coverage. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Alert, 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 alert. Hurry, hurry. Bravo.
Now Mayfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
And he's got some space here. Odell Beckham Jr. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the